So
I don't know what to do with my hands because it's like I can either.
Here, wait. Let's do this. Let's yeah. I like this.
United
This is better.
We solved the racism.
We did it. America.
Well, this is what conservatives don't want you to see.
Yeah. This is the left they're afraid of.
We're gonna show up on a PragerU video. Watch.
Oh no! Is that how we know we've made it?
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I'll
PragerU
take it.
starts.
If you want to put us on a video PragerU, that's fine. Feel free.
Welcome back to another episode of the Scriptorium.
I'm JD.
I'm Dante.
And I'm Ariel.
Today we are going to be talking about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Lost their protector. Now is our time.
It's a spoiler-filled review.
This has spoiler alert.
We're gonna talk about everything.
Everything.
This
Like,
has a lot of spoilers.
Did you know that T'Challa dies?
I mean,
Whoa.
I did not know that going into this film, and it hurt. It hurt.
What?
Let's get right into it. It was pretty great, I think. I mean, right off the bat, obviously the elephant in the room they had to address is that T'Challa is dead in the story, as well as Chadwick Boseman being dead, which, I think everybody was wondering going into it, how are they going to do that? Are they going to succeed? And I think they did.
The opening funeral was one of the most beautiful things, beautiful cinematography in the whole MCU.
Yes.
In fact, I will say this is probably one of the best looking MCU movies. Period. Point blank, period. I think this movie looks way better than Endgame.
The CGI is crisp. Underwater city, like that whole CGI scene is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one minor mistake that I saw in the movie. When one of the blue people jumps out of the water, their face folds in on itself as they're jumping out. And that's just the CGI. It's like there's one moment. But the rest of the movie is so good with their CGI.
Out of context, I can't tell if you're talking about Avatar. Yeah,
or not. Blue people, water, we're really hitting on the same
CGI.
Stunning CGI.
You saved my life. Thank you. Thank you. Buddy, I have no idea what you just said.
I feel like it's kind of a testament to Ryan Coogler. I feel like he's such a good director. I feel like that's when Marvel's at its strongest, is when it just kind of, instead of like doing this, following the same formula and doing the same thing with the same people, like when they give a bunch of different like diverse filmmakers the chance to like put their own spin on things, I feel like that's when you have your strongest movies. Black Panther, the first one, was no exception, and neither is this one. We can definitely go into the big thing that this had to tackle, which was who's going to be the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called Black Panther, but Black Panther
only shows up for the last 30 minutes. There was a lot of before there was this pseudo hot potato of like, who's it going to be?
People were saying M'Baku would be it.
Yeah. Which they were never going to do.
Yeah,
I don't think they were ever going to
they were going to bring somebody new in, or bring back Killmonger. Like, there were a lot of theories.
So they were half right. I really like Shuri as Black Panther. We could just straight get into it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts about this movie actually is Shuri. Yeah. Letitia Wright actually won me over because I wasn't really sure how she would do carrying this movie. I liked how she's motivated by vengeance and anger, and I also like how she's doing all this while being a black woman, because most MCU black people are cops, literally. To see someone who goes, nope, I want to kill this dude, I don't want to do anything, I just want to murder this guy and keep it moving. I think it was really refreshing that they showed her and then paint her as a villain, for feeling that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did try to juxtapose it with Killmonger, but that, I think, was a really good play on their part.
And it makes Killmonger a better villain.
Yes.
No. I had the courage to do what was necessary to change Wakanda. How many people like your scientists did Wakanda protect before I took the throne?
How did you guys feel about Killmonger returning?
I love Killmonger so much. It was great to see him again. It was very interesting to learn that your hair continues to grow in the action. It was such a perfect encapsulation of what they were trying to say, or like what the mind state that she was kind of in, where it's like like you're shocked at first to see him, and then once you realize, like, of course she saw him because she has all of that hatred and vengeance in your heart. And who's the perfect person to see when you're in that is Killmonger, because he loves that too.
She wanted to see her mom.
Oh, right, because, yeah.
Well, that was kind of the tragedy of the moment. It was just like, I had a chance to actually see someone I just lost, and I can't see them because I'm so angry, which I also think is really beautiful.
Really, really loved, like, the touches, like, when she does become the Black Panther, how she had the spots of yellow in her suit to represent Killmonger. Ugh, amazing.
One reason I really like this movie is that this is one of the few MCU movies where it feels like everything that happens isn't in service of the grand scheme of the MCU.
Yes.
It's really in service. It's in service of its characters.
Yeah.
Like, Shuri sparing Namor, like, also ties into her story where it goes, all this hatred in this heart, like, it feels like when she forgives him, you know, and she, or spares him rather, it's an earned moment. It's not like, oh, you're only doing this because you're a good person. It's like, no, she's doing this because she went through a whole complex character
fully
journey.
Actualizes in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk Ironheart, right? That was another big addition to this movie, is that we got to see Ironheart for the first time.
An actual character, not a side character.
I was kind of afraid that they were going to America Chavez Ironheart. Yeah. While everyone's scrambling and trying to fight Namor and the Namorians, while everyone was fighting them, you know, she was just like, hey, there was a scene where she goes, hey, what can I do and how can I help? Which is like something America Chavez just straight up never ever did. Until Doctor Strange told her that she had the power.
And then she was like, fine.
Then I was like, yeah, I do have the power. You're right. But I really like how they went through a lot of pains to make Riri a actual person and an actual character. Despite the comic book source material. I mean, we have our disagreements about this. I hate Riri in the comics. I think she's horrible. I think she's one of the worst black characters to be ever made in fiction, and it's kind of embarrassing that, like, she exists. Because she's made up of a bunch of lazy and boring stereotypes. And then they don't do anything interesting with her background. I really like what they did with Riri. She is awesome. I kind of wish we got a little bit more of her, but also she's getting her own series.
Yes.
And she's going to be in the Don Cheadle. The Don Cheadle. Yes. The Don Cheadle Secret Wars. She's going to be in Secret Wars.
If you guys think I'm not photoshopping Don Cheadle's face onto a Cheeto,
yes, please, Don Cheadle.
We're going to put it right here.
Or you can Photoshop a Cheeto on Don Cheadle.
Whoa! All right, let's get into Namor a little bit more. He was great. Tenoch Huerta, I believe is the actor's name. Wow, he really did a great job. Yeah. Another Black Panther villain that is just really great and nuanced and like has a lot of opinions that some of them you're like, well, I guess I see his point.
I was gonna say my actual favorite part about Namor is, like Riri, Namor as a character I never cared for, and I kind of thought was just lame.
In the comics he's kind of
and whack. And also like, wow, this guy is very aggro for a dude with elf ears and wings on his feet. Okay, his backstory is very historically accurate, which is really crazy. And it's like also reflected in the casting of the actor as well.
Not just the casting of the actors, but also in his movements. When he fights, he's using lucha, which is Mexican wrestling that has evolved from like Mayan wrestling and Aztec wrestling,
which he is.
Which is insane.
They made a lot of changes to the canon with Namor specifically that I thought were very well done. Because that's sometimes tricky, but I think they did a very good job.
I love how this guy was just like talking. Oh my God, he was just like
so much trash in this film.
But also it was just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? When he's just like, listen,
because
man,
he can.
He was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you the story of my people and all this other stuff, and now you understand, and now we're friends. So now you get. I'm gonna murder this chick.
And now you're gonna do this for me, or I wipe out your entire people.
And I promise I will.
All right, boys. What's our final thoughts on this film?
You go first, Jay.
Final verdict. I loved it. It was great. It was such a good follow-up. Sequels are so tricky, and especially sequels, obviously, with all that was going on, and like with the main actor is not around anymore. Like I feel like this movie had so much against it, like going into it. And it took it all in stride.
I love this movie. I like it a whole lot. It's not as political as the first movie, but that's okay because I actually think it's actually better than the first movie by a long shot. Definitely one of the best movies that I saw last year, by bar none. This movie got Rihanna out of retirement. What more do you want?
I mean,
like, come on.
Task.
Yeah, she became a billionaire. Come on, y'all.
I think this movie was amazing. I think of all the Marvel films and TV series and shorts that have come out in the past year to year and a half, I think it's probably number one. In terms of story, in terms of character, in terms of CGI, like, it is a phenomenal film.
That's a consensus from the boys. 3 thumbs up. 6 thumbs up.
6 thumbs up.
Great stuff. Thanks for coming along on this episode of the Scriptorium. As always, we got some good things in the pipeline, so stay tuned. Some great Bogart and Hansen projects that you should definitely check out.
Oh, yeah.
Visit our website, bogartandhansen.com.
Check out our latest sketch somewhere on here.
And follow us at Bogart and Hansen on all social medias.
All the doobly-doos.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Subscribe. Tell your friends
We're trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers, so please help us out and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Also, did you like Black Panther? What did you think? Do you think Namor is a cool character? Comment below.
Let us know.
And yeah, enjoy. I love you. Bye.
It ain't easy being cheesy.